I'm going to get right to the point here. Today's video is about a Roblox user named wrongdoings. Discord username is the same. Now what we're here to discuss isn't so innocent. Recently, on 8/17/2025. Part 1 of 3, The Tip of the Iceberg. Fido had made Obby 2am, office building but it's 2am and it's raining, a game I had worked on with a team known to the entire 2am server without asking any of us, or even testing if it was production ready. It had already been public, but Fido had made an announcement on that day in the 2am collective server for both Obby 2am and the Suburban House, which had invited Suburban's audience of players into Obby 2am. The launch was horrible because, as I said, the game was not production ready, meaning that it was laggy. 10,000 milliseconds of ping. I'm not lying. And client FPS and server FPS was very low. Now, about 3 days before Fido had announced the game to the server, he had replaced the perfectly good and non-laggy ESD-IO fire alarm system in-game with a laggy, obfuscated NFS-640 that used audio API. This choice resulted in the game becoming extremely laggy when the fire alarm did anything. And there was no whitelist script into the pool stations. Those were devices to activate the fire alarm. Now sadly, due to this causing major lag, Fido had removed anti-WS and attempted to gaslight everyone in the team, including me, that it was anti-WS. I had tested the game after the removal of anti-WS and the lag was still there, implying that my GPT-5 thinking scripted anti-W plus S script, one of the most advanced and performant anti-robbing systems on Roblox, was not the issue. I had tested the fire alarm, with and without it, by using Studio when I still had access to the game's team create, and concluded that this was the source of the lag. Knowing this, I hopped on a VC with the team, and they agreed that Fido's system was the issue. Fido still, even after I told everyone that the source was identified, still insisted that it was my office, and that Fido had tested it. But I've tested it myself, countless times to ensure the lag was kept to a minimal amount, for both my office and anti-WS. I've also saw other offices in-game that have more detail than mine, and even instructed Fido when I was on the team to do oops were bad, and he should have told the owners of those offices to fix them. I was ignored 5 times. Seems intentional, doesn't it? Fido also stayed laser focused on what I added to my office. It was relatively low poly. Now, the dev team already had a bit of beef with me earlier. Fido abused that. He abused the fact that the team already had previous beef with me and pinned every single fault on me. Lag? Gotta be seasonal. Server dying? 100% seasonal. Chris Chrome, KCA's main developer, had called a vote to remove me from the development team after Riz had yelled at me for being frustrated at the tailback script that was honestly just for fun and had no effect on gameplay, and the room of subtitles were visible on all clients regardless of their location. I had told Riz to pipe down and stop demanding, and Riz had yelled at me again, telling me that they weren't being mean. And as you can see in the screenshot, it suggests otherwise. I'm part of Generation Alpha, 13 years old, and I was raised by Generation X. Due to this, I determined that Riz's statement was offensive, and the fact that Riz's statement isn't asking nicely. It's basically the equivalent of screaming at someone telling them to do something. If Riz had said it like, quote, seasonal currency, could you please go and try to fix the CSTWS tailback system? I've seen that you tried to fix it, but it still doesn't work. And on the other hand, I noticed the Roomba subtitles may not be wanted for everyone. Could you make an option to turn them on or off, or make it only work in your room? Thanks. End quote. That would have been perfectly fine, and I wouldn't have interpreted it as disrespectful or rude. My example of how to say it is how you say it. Ask nicely. Do not bitch to me about it. It won't help and will piss me and others off. As you can see, Riz essentially tells me straight up that due to the social incompatibility, Riz is probably 15 or older and part of Generation C. It also depends on the parents that raised them. If you're raised by people who essentially raised Riz, you can get a response like I gave Riz, because it's honestly disrespectful to me. It is how are you basically swearing and flaming at my work? You give feedback kindly, or don't do it at all. That this is why nobody wants me on the development team, as I can't get along. Really, all I ask for is some fucking respect. Don't be cheap and give me a rude ass statement just because you don't want to be respectful. or you just don't care about how someone else other than you might see it. I'm really disappointed that Fido had to try and gaslight everyone. I see right through it though. That's how I was taught, because the game had no problems at all before Fido added his fire alarm. Then after we discovered it was his fire alarm, he tried to turn around on my office. Another thing, I was Fido's mentor, his friend. I showed him the connections for Adam, Rocott, and everybody in Row Tech. And he betrayed me anyway. You don't betray your friends. But your teacher too? Your mentor? Your closest friend who gave you what you know? It makes me sick to my stomach to see that. I hate it. I had to fight for innocence in Adam once because of new baguettes, and I won. Don't you ever think I can't do it again. Right is right, wrong is wrong. To figure out when Fido has to find someone else to blame for the lag. Don't know, and that's when Fido will face the consequences of his actions. Signed, Seasonal Currency. Part 2 of 3, the admin's perspective. So, an administrator from the suburban house with 2 a.m. in his renting game was also a victim of Fido and his actions as well. So 2002 Jeep Liberty on Roblox had reached out to me on Discord to inform me that it didn't just end at Obby 2 a.m. with me, it carried over into suburban as well. 2000 Jeep Liberty had made their char, basically Avatar, swapped their friends to an older theirs and made them slightly smaller, and told them, quote, "You are my children," end quote. 2002 had asked for their friends' permission before performing that action. The entire server was also enjoying it. No one complained or said anything. File just came in 2002 and had the motive been temporarily for something that didn't even cause a problem. It would have been different if 2002 did it and forced his friends into that RP, but he didn't. He asked for his friends' permission. And the server didn't care. They didn't complain. File just wanted someone to hit on. 2002 deserved better from Vital. Not to be punished just because he did something fun with his friends, even with his friends' permission to do something fun. Part 3 of 3, A Suburban Developer's Perspective. Minecraft Pro 97K, a currently active contributing developer Suburban House puts 2 a.m. in its rating, was just like 2002, but a bit different. Instead of RPing with his friends for permission, all Minecraft did was just simply be ahead of Fido sometimes, or think different than him. Fido was angry at Minecraft for their kitchen countertop sets because they were scaled for auto. For context, Fido was trying to use Minecraft sets in Obby 2 a.m. Sunroom, which Fido blamed Minecraft for. Fido then also proceeds to then say Minecraft's design was terrible. Let me iterate something here. If you didn't put nothing into designing the product, then you have no right to say that the design is terrible, or inefficient, or bad. Because what input did you have? All you're doing is hating on them, and they did nothing wrong. You just disliked it because it didn't conform to your standards. Minecraft then defended himself by telling Vital that people have been making their avatars taller these days. Vital responded by saying, well, a lot of people don't still. Minecraft then said, I was forced to make that change by a critic. Vital then said, who is the critic, because they're not the brightest. As we don't know here, this is basically Vital calling somebody stupid. Vital then said he will make his own version of these that are, quote, modern, end quotes. Then asked if Minecraft had a brand new fridge model. Minecraft said no. Vital then said, do you have one that I can use that you didn't make? Another note here. You don't ask someone, do you have another one that they didn't make? That's rude, disrespectful, and hateful. It shows that you don't appreciate the hours of work that went into making them work. Minecraft then said they have a better idea. Look, if you don't like any of this, don't go complaining to me. Minecraft then suggested some other appliance tech company on Roblox that could have supplied Fido with useful things to use. Fido was too busy asking if they were obfuscated. Let me iterate something here. You can rescale for counters. Minecraft told me that himself, so Fido was just bitching here for no reason. Fido made his own cabinets because of the lack of the appropriately sized cabinets, though. Next part. In the actual Suburban game, Fido yelled at Minecraft for them being ahead of Fido. And all I have to say is, so what? What if they're ahead of you? Why can't you just be chill and stop freaking bitching about everything? Why does it have to be this or that? Fido also was mad that Minecraft had already made the Lantern Game Pass, then called Minecraft a quote, idiots, end quotes, and that 100 people had probably already bought this Game Pass. Minecraft then said it just went on sale, not even 5 minutes ago. All I have to say is, why is Fido so mean, rude, manipulative, and hateful for no reason at all? Why can't he be calm and chill? I made this video so that others don't end up working for a corrupt person that uses them the same way I was used by Vital and betrayed. And thanks Minecraft Pro 97K and Southwestern West Virginia WX for your help and evidence in this matter. You help keep Roblox safe. Frederick County WX signing out.